Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Money, Real Business podcast. I'm Michelle, and today we have Steve on the show who has just listed his business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. Hey Steve, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm really good.
Well, I want to thank you for making the time to come on today, and I'm looking forward to learning more about your business. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of it. So it's a subscription and online commissions business in the health and fitness and sports niches created in January 2016. The average revenue for the business is $7,037 per month, and it makes an average of $2,727 per month in net profit. Included in this sale is a primary domain with all site content and files, 7 additional domains with all site content and files, instructor contacts and relationships, social media accounts for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, trademarks, 2 email lists with a total of 22,000 subscribers, a Vimeo account, and mobile apps. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 60577 to learn more about this business. Or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that we've heard a little bit about the business, let's find out more about the owner. So Steve, what can you tell us about your background in starting and running online businesses?
Well, I started running online businesses in, believe it or not, 1999, which is quite a while back now. We had an established PR marketing business, and we decided at that point in time to focus on building websites and online marketing. And from that, we developed various platforms. And out of that came the launch of our first fitness website, Pilates Near You, in 2010, which was a directory stroke subscription service based on, find a class on a day and a time near where you live or work. And that was the kind of ethos of what it was all about.
With this business particularly, what was it that inspired you to start this one?
The motivation behind it was about 2013, we decided to focus on the Near You Fitness brands and products. And we moved away from building websites because we really wanted to run our own business. We were actually making a lot of money for other companies, but they were all on contracts and service agreements. And we just actually wanted to create our own online brand, our own business, and our own online revenue stream.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I can completely understand that. So with the way that your business is set up, because it is a very interesting business model, what made you go this route? Like, why did you decide to build a business in the way that you built it?
Well, it's kind of interesting, really, because we had a kind of a location finder for another business, which was one of our clients, which we were working in partnership with. And at the time, we were making lots and lots of videos for our customers. And one of the kind of voiceover presenters was a Pilates instructor. And she said, well, why don't you do this for the fitness industry? There's a gap in the market. We can't see anybody doing anything like this on a kind of a professional stroke commercial basis. So we said, yeah, let's give it a go. We've got the expertise, we've got the knowledge, we've got the basis of a platform, which obviously we modified. And that was really the start, and we worked with that fitness instructor, but she was a Pilates instructor, to, put the whole thing together so that it fitted in with what instructors wanted, what they wanted to see. And, a lot of them don't have the marketing skills to market themselves or the time and inclination, a combination of factors. And we created that for them.
Excellent. And the way that your business is set up, you've got about an 80-20 split for your monetization methods. What can you tell us about how this business primarily makes money?
Well, when we first launched it, it was purely subscription-based model. We would charge the instructors. They would get a web profile. They could put their classes on there. They could put various things on there to promote themselves. About 2014, it was becoming increasingly clear, and we went to various conferences that, online payments was the way forward, and therefore we were looking for opportunities to increase our revenue. Therefore, we implemented in 2016 the buy online service, and that was designed to allow people, Joe Public, to go out there and just literally not only find a class, but book a class when they wanted, And we took advantage of Stripe, which was just coming on stream big time, and they had developer tools which we could use. So therefore, we took advantage of that. And we see down the line, the buy online, pay as you go model, which we've developed as, quite an interesting model, which we think is gaining traction every day.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think it's a fantastic thing to add into courses like this. So I was wondering, you built this up, you've had it for quite a few years. Why have you decided to sell the business now?
Well, largely because I'm looking to kind of step back, retire, do other things. And, I'm quite happy about the way it's currently working. I think it's a really solid product. It's got an excellent reputation. And I think it will benefit from fresh blood coming in and taking advantage of a really good platform and really kind of moving it forward.
As you're looking back on the history of this business, what would you say was your biggest win since starting this business? Is there something that just worked really well for you that you would apply to a future business?
I think what's really worked for us in this business is sheer persistence, because all these markets are tough markets, and we've kind of worked really hard to keep it as simple and easy to run. We've also made it as simple and easy for people to buy. So that's been our main focus, keeping it really simple. We think this model is brilliant, basically, because it does the things that people want. There are no additional frills. There are competitors out there offering very complicated booking systems. And quite frankly, ours just kind of goes, no, cut the clutter, keep it simple. And I think that's worked really well for us. And I think that's good for any buyer.
Absolutely. But on the flip side of that, every business has its challenge. What would you say your biggest challenge with this business has been?
Our biggest challenge is getting people to actually put their classes and their activities on here. The market is flooded with instructors and people that have got some kind of fitness training qualification. They get the qualification, they pay about $2,000 or equivalent in pounds, and then rush out and say, I'm an instructor and I can do this, that, and the other. What we focused on, particularly in the last 2 years, is really kind of, in a way, condensing it down to, we just want the best instructors on here. We just want the best people. We want professional people. But we've built a lot of tools into the system that makes it easy for them to manage, keep in contact with their customers, and more importantly, to rebook, to repurchase on the system.
How are you finding your instructors? Are they coming to you, or are you actively going out and finding people?
We have a number of routes to find these instructors. First of all, they're finding the sites. We have excellent positioning. We do blogs that kind of explain why our system is very, very good. We've got mailing lists of people who have potentially gone onto the site but not actually paid to sign up to a subscription, so they get regularly mailed. We have people who have expired or they've cancelled their subscription for quite a few reasons, and certainly over the last 2 years, we've seen a lot of people cancel because they're no longer running classes. They have no venues to run from. They didn't want to do online Zoom, or they didn't want to do video on demand. So we have lists of those people. We have people who have what we call expired, so their cards may have run out for similar reasons as before. So we will mail those on a regular weekly basis, in fact. And what we're finding at the moment is we're getting a lot of new, really good quality people coming on board who are just finding the site. We do a bit of Google advertising, which targets other systems, and that's working reasonably well. And I think that could do much better. So those are our main routes. And obviously we've got a lot of kind of activity in terms of social media. We run Facebook campaigns and things like that. And that's all building up a presence for our product.
And I wanted to ask you, so that's how the instructors are finding you guys. How are the subscribers, the customers, how are they finding you?
Well, customers aren't subscribers, so we don't charge any subscriptions to Joe Public. But what we've done, we've got a Facebook shop which we've implemented, and that has a direct feed from our database. So when people add new classes, activities, events, workshops, courses, whatever, that's automatically fed into the Facebook shop. Once it's fed into the Facebook shop, that is then extracted into our Facebook catalog campaign. And we've set that campaign up to target areas where we have instructors, where we have assets. And so therefore it all works together. So from our point of view, we're pushing out things that people can buy. So we promote the buy online services and they just buy it and they go in and they can buy a class or a block or a class pass or an event or a workshop, and they just pay on Apple Pay, or if they've got an Android phone. It's very, very simple. And those are the two campaigns. We have instructor-specific or studio-specific campaigns, and we have an automated Facebook campaign. We supplement that with blogs. We supplement that with regular postings promoting particular events and workshops. But it's very, very easy. All the site is set up for us to just go in there and promote somebody. And equally, the instructors themselves, they've got lots of tools to just push their content onto their own Facebook pages, Instagram, whatever it might be.
And so, what do you think when you're thinking about the business that you've built? What do you see as the major opportunities for growth?
I think the major opportunity to growth is our current economic situation, believe it or not. We're already seeing that, certainly in the UK and even in the USA, that people are cancelling their subscriptions. I think Lloyds Bank, which is a British bank, they saw 1.2 million people cancel their subscriptions. That was across a variety of subscriptions, but it did include fitness and gyms. And we believe that the big opportunity here is to really push the pay-as-you-go. One of the most successful gym groups in the UK is Pure Gym, and they're the fastest growing, and they're a pay-as-you-go franchise. So I think pay-as-you-go is going to be huge, largely because discretionary income is going to drop. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And people will want more opportunity to literally pay as you go, manage their budget, still keep fit, but it's a very affordable way of doing it. And I think it's not every day that an economic crisis creates an opportunity, but this one is a big one.
That is a really interesting perspective. I like that a lot. So, what are some other areas that you think that a buyer could really take this and make it soar?
I think there are other revenue streams. I mean, the core business is about people finding activities, but at the moment we've focused pretty much on our existing websites, which we've built up over the years, which was yoga, Pilates, dance, martial arts, But there are lots of other activities. There's surfing, there's motorcycling, there's just a huge range of fitness or fitness-related classes, nutrition courses, all that kind of thing. And these are markets that actually we haven't really kind of exploited as much as we could have done if, we relied on our current instructor base to expand what they're offering, but we haven't really gone out and attacked those marketplaces to any great extent. And they're all growing. The nutrition market is huge. We all know during lockdown that the fitness apparel wear, fitness kit boom may be dropping back a bit now, but the benefit that we've got is that people actually attending classes, they're actually doing activities. So therefore, there's demand there that we can fulfill. And we've already kind of started playing around with that by, when people book a class, we'll send them out a relevant bit of item saying, why don't you buy this or buy that, which is related to that activity. So if it's dance, it may be dance shoes, that kind of thing. And we're feeding that off Amazon. And I think that could be really, really kind of quite a good thing to grow further. Nutrition is another. We're also getting a lot of people coming on to us wanting to kind of access our site. And one of the things that we were looking to do is to allow people to, promote their products on our site, either via advertising or via blogs. And there's certainly a big demand for that, and that is quite easy to monetize.
So, what does a typical week look like for you while you're running this business?
Typical week can be as busy or as not as busy as you like. So Monday is kind of our busiest day. So on Monday, we will create what we call a public newsletter. So that's going out to 22,000 subscribers. These are all real subscribers. Must have opened a newsletter within 12 months. You can actually change that as you like. You can do 3 months, 6 months, whenever. The mailers are fully automated, so they pull in deals and things like that, events, workshops. When they're fired out, you can determine what the location area is. So you could say 30 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles, and then it will pick up activities pertinent to that customer in a given area and feed in the information. It will also include a blog. It's fully customizable, but it's also fully automated as well. So it pulls in the information. You just select what information you want to put in it. And that works really, really well. We're getting anything between a 25 to 45% open rate on those mailers. They're pretty standard. We don't change them very much. On a Monday, we'll post information onto Google Business, because we have Google Business for a number of the websites, and we will create a news story for each one of those. That takes about 5-10 minutes, and that will post it out on Google. We'll also go through reviews. We use FIFO review system, which is completely independent, unlike Google and Facebook. They're all verified people that have purchased. And as a result of that, we're getting good quality reviews. You'll see that we're getting 4.8, 4.9 out of 5 on FIFO. And we'll go into those and we'll pick out the reviews that the instructors are getting, and we'll post them onto our Facebook pages. We'll post them out on Twitter. When we do that selectively, because we want to kind of also make sure that people are aware of what we're doing. We want instructors to know what we're doing. And during the course of the day, also create a blog for that week. So we normally do one blog a week, which is a good quality blog. And, our instructors and that can also contribute blogs if they feel so inclined. But, that's something that's built in. So it's very, very easy to update, upload. It's dead simple, really. What more can you say?
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a lot of automations in place, which is great for somebody new.
It's very, very automated. I mean, it's as good as the best. We just watch the best and see what they do. When somebody buys something, they can use Apple Pay, Android Pay, but then the automation will kick in. It'll send them a confirmation. The next day, they'll get things saying, you've got a class today at 4:00, 15 minutes before the class. It'll send out another email. Don't forget your class starts in 15 minutes. We do the same for the instructors, although the mailer in the morning will bundle up all the people that have got, booked in for that day through us. When they finish the class, it will send them out an email saying, hope you enjoyed the class, book another one. It also sends out a review email from FIFO saying, hope you enjoyed the class, give us some feedback. And that can be improved to actually do more specific things. But that's the general format of the automation. You can reschedule people. Just send them an email link from the dashboard saying I've rescheduled to 3 days in advance. It sends them out an email. They can click on the link, they accept it or reject it. It will automatically refund them if they reject it. It automatically moves them. It's good.
That's excellent. So, Steve, would you be willing to commit to a non-compete for a new owner?
I think the non-compete is something that I would potentially look at, but it depends on the period of time.
And how much support are you offering buyers?
I'm quite happy to give people, 30, 60 days, essentially a reasonable period of time for them to feel comfortable running the system on their own or as a company.
And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
I think the price that Empire Flippers has come up with is a very, very, very keen price. I think it's, very keen. I don't think there's a huge amount of scope within that to do an earnout, to be quite honest.
All right, that's understandable. So if you're putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Because it's got so much potential. At the end of the day, it's got a solid platform. It's got a great reputation. It's getting 5 Gold Star Awards 5-6 years running. We won 2 e-commerce awards, finalists last year and winner and a finalist for different categories the previous year. So essentially, it's got everything there to take it forward, okay? Somebody buying this is going to get a great product and which they can expand. And I think that It's a big e-commerce platform, and that's the way the market's going. Big e-commerce is what I think the future will be. It can address international markets. It's basically set up for international markets. It has websites in the US, which are not doing very much at the moment, but could be reactivated quite quickly and quite easily. It can extend into new activities, new areas. As I said earlier, surfing, motorcycling, hang gliding, all kinds of activities which are currently not on the site. One of the other areas which we've been looking at is public subscription service, to give the public the opportunity to buy into premium activities, video and sports fitness products. So again, our aim has always been to give people the widest opportunity in terms of what they can buy and how they buy it. So if they want to do a subscription, they can. If they want to buy a one-off, they can. It's just the ultimate machine for offering flexibility, which I don't think anybody else out there actually does what we do. In fact, they don't. And essentially, we are a marketing platform. So that's where we've always set ourselves up. There are other companies out there, they focus on bookings, but if you're not getting business through your front door, having a booking system ain't going to help you any. Whereas our system is a marketing system. It will get you through the front door. And by the way, you can get cash into your bank. So that's the news for the instructor. And the news for Joe Public is they can access some of the best instructors around who are professional and they repeat purchase because actually they love it.
I think that is an excellent note to leave off on. Steve, I really want to thank you for coming on today and giving us a little more insight into both yourself and your business. I have really enjoyed learning more about your business, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here.
It's been my pleasure. It's been really good fun. Enjoyed it. And, the product itself is a good, fun product. So if you want something out of the ordinary, this is for you. If you love the fitness industry and feel the direction that I think we're going into, which is a buy online, pay as you go, but with lots of different opportunities within it without having to spend vast investments in doing it. And at the price, I think it's actually very, very good value. It's a bargain.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 60577. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.